was my favorite.
I loved Caduceus too. I liked Caduceus more than Mollymauk, to be honest.
Blasphemy.
Mollymauk was
What did he say? Help!
much...
Danger or something.
Dooley.
Oh.
I thought Caduceus was a very, very. I mean, Taliesin always comes up with very unique characters, but I thought Caduceus was like super unique.
Simon.
Like,
what's up?
What's up? Like, I thought he was.
My dinner thing got out early, so I'm about to drive home, but I figured I'd join in.
Very good. We're about to get started, actually.
Oh, cool. Well, let's see if I can get home as ASAP then.
Dakin, sorry, do you want to finish your thought?
I was just saying, like, I didn't even know what I thought. Taliesin was a druid for when he got first introduced. How he like flavored the Grave Cleric was so like unique, and it was like a flavor of druid in it, and I thought he was a druid. I thought that was really cool. I liked how he used like the fungus.
You could just tell that he was in love with Caduceus in a way that like he just wasn't with Mollymauk.
Mm-hmm. I liked Mollymauk, but I felt like he didn't really get a sense of the character. But like in Caduceus, I felt like he truly embraced it.
Blood Hunter also feels a little Glass Canyon-y in the beginning, and I think that was hard too because they were developing it.
Yeah.
Like, they were changing things as they were going.
The ironic thing too is Taliesin beefed them up, because I like to look at like Critical Role stats and what they've chosen, like feats and everything. And he even chose tough before that battle, so his HP was like one of the on the higher end.
Damn.
But I think it's just his AC was. But it just was the.
Well, he was in the front too with 2 or 3 other characters missing. Like that was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super sad. I forgot, was Mollymauk with them when they went to Hupperduke? The town of gnomes where they drank every single night and partied and then went to work. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, wasn't that like one of the last things they did before they went
so.
to the town?
Oh yeah.
Which made it even more tragic.
Yeah,
Because then they went back
horrible.
through, and they were like, "Where is he?" They were like, "Oh."
Horrible. I never got to like watch Vax's death. I feel like that's just crazy, man. Like, because Vax was like almost level. I think they were like level 15 when he died, right?
Something like that. Well, which time?
like imagine. Oh yeah, he did die. No, I didn't watch the whole series, so he's died a couple times. Didn't Vex die, and then he like, that's when he made the pact with
Yeah,
Queen of Ravens.
That was just after the that was still pretty early into the campaign. That was like before 100 or like before episode 40 or something.
And don't they? Isn't the big bad Vecna in the end?
Yeah,
Is that the last one they fight? Okay, that's what I thought. And then what's his name from Spider-Man comes in with his Dragonborn Paladin and steals his hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
So
Who's from Spider-Man?
Dude, Joe, I forgot his full name. Remember
Mangiello.
The bully on the original Spider-Man? He's a big D&D nerd. Loves it.
Wait, he played Flash Thompson?
Yeah. The last person you would expect to play D&D. He is one of the biggest D&D advocates out there besides like Critical Role and Dimension 20.
No, I know who he is. I didn't connect the dots that he was Flash Thompson.
Yep.
That
I know
is
he made this story.
hilarious.
Yeah, he was Flash Thompson, the original.
Oh, wow. The more you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we can start. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. I apologize. I forgot I was on call and was shit talking at Silent in front of me. I could have made this live for no fucking reason.
Okay.
But Ian, yes. Ian's doing so.
I'm here.
Oh, I it's not about a dead body. I have something I've been planned with Coco. I wanted to do with Coco for a long time. No, not even that.
We can do all things, but first, Ian, I rolled you for the recap.
So cool. Okay.
I level my character up. That's a no. I'm gonna level up.
We left eventually. I don't know if that's how we ended. Is us leaving? Oh yeah, that's how we left. Is we left the wedding. But what did happen? If I had a starting point, sometimes I forget where we like start.
We started at the end of the wedding. You guys went and witnessed the wedding. And you guys finished.
Was everyone just like drinking?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then you guys finished that off. You guys decided to hold your favor off, right?
Oh yeah, for the most part.
There was some people that tried to get a private favor.
Even Devin sent a message about
Yes.
Yes, does that change? Does Devin's post change how the favor works? Because we have two conflicting canonical explanations, and I'm just curious what the final verdict is.
What do you guys want to do? I'll leave it up to you to decide because there's two conflicting. What would you rather have?
Wait, I didn't read it. What did Devin say?
I don't think it necessarily.
Personally, I'm obviously partial to the first one where we saved his daughter, so we already earned one favor.
Sorry, Devin. What did you say, Devin?
I don't think it necessarily has to conflict.
I don't know what it is. I gotta look.
I think that, because basically, like, from my understanding, like, you can still get the favor if Tony is elected from the boss, like the individual favor. But the only thing now is just holding up your end of the bargain of the favor that Tony offered everyone.
Okay. Isn't that what he said too? Like, we gotta help you with the campaign anyway? Or am I wrong?
So what I posted was basically like, helping me is holding up that end of the bargain, and me, if you help me and like I win, then you'll get a favor from the boss.
So does that mean that the wedding was pro bono?
I'll still let you guys have a group favor that you can ask the boss as well. So as a part of that, you can get a collective favor, and then if you help Tony win, you can get an individual favor. Now, some of you guys made deals with the boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to talk to him, really.
Yeah.
Well, I that was good enough for me. Like, I don't think I need anything from him besides what he gave me was pretty good. It's good enough for me. Like, I don't need anything. I don't want anything else from him.
So the next thing that you guys did after that is you guys went back and you guys had technically like a week back at your hometowns, and you guys each described what you did, and then that kind of also explained like how you leveled up. So why don't we just quickly like do a brief recap or whatever for those of you that shared last week, what it is that you guys did during your winter break.
Okay.
Give me you showed up to school and you have to write a writing prompt, like 10 words.
I'm gonna retcon mine a bit.
Same.
Not really. Just like a very minor detail, because it sounds cooler in my head. Like, if I were to write a book, I would have rewritten it like that. I do gotta level up Raylo though. I forgot to. Tyson, your deal still stands. Like, every level up, I can rearrange my spells.
Yeah, everybody has the opportunity to do that, I think, because I think as your players evolve and grow, and as you play them, you kind of get a better sense of how you want to play them or how you guys want to work together as a group. So I think that makes sense.
I will always keep that rule of spellcasters. Like, when I ever DM, if they level up, they can rearrange. As long as I'd say, yeah, I'd even let them like take more second level spells instead of a first level spell. I think that is the best way. It's like a light respec, I'd say.
I just think it keeps it more fun and engaging rather than locking you down into something that maybe you had an idea of what your character wanted to be at the beginning, but then as the game has gone on, you've changed. So I think it allows kind of for more of a reflection moment like that.
I like that.
Perfect. Actually, Dakin, you want to go first and describe what your character did during that week off?
Sure. After much trial and error, and of course Raylo is always training on, he's always training his fencing skills with his blade constantly. Like he's never like really missed a day. It doesn't matter where they're at. But besides that, like, of course, as you guys know, he's been working in the lab very late nights and trying to figure out, study this curse that's been plaguing him for a long time, trying to figure out, because he's already been able to use it in almost like alchemy, turn it into a weapon with Shadow Blade. He's had to learn that kind of by himself, but with the help of his former master of the blade, who taught him how to harness it a little bit better. But he kept failing. He was trying to come up with this spell, like this spell he's been conjuring in his mind he thought would help him throughout this, his campaign. And he just couldn't get it right. It would always literally like blow up back into his face. And then he finally was like, used his curse as a catalyst. He started using his right hand to cast it, and it took a long time, like, to get, what is it, the somatic components? Not somatic. What is the one with your hand signs? Is it somatic, or is that verbal? No, verbal, somatic. I think it is somatic.
We'll go with that. I don't actually remember right now.
I can't remember either. You had to like focus almost like a supreme meditation to use that right hand and use the curse as a catalyst. But he finally was able to manifest what this spell he had in his mind, and that definitely like put him to a different level, another level. His focus on magic is stronger now because of it, and that's how he would level up.
Perfect.
And I'm going to, oh yeah, Tyson, since I leveled up and now have that spell, I forget how many spells I get. Let me look that up. But do I need to add that as
that would
one of the spells
towards,
I get?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me see. And it's a third level if we...
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, yeah. And that's it for Rayla.
Perfect. All right. Simon, do you want to go next?
Can you give me a few minutes? Well, I'm about to get off the freeway and won't have to shout. Can you give me just a few minutes?
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Ian, do you want to go next?
No, you're fine.
Sure. I still kind of want to do the same thing. Leaning into like becoming a blood hunter. I definitely I think Coco's now like kind of becoming part of the cult. Like just because like she's after dealing with the fight that she had with Mordecai and like cutting off the hand. I think she's just gonna lean into it. And so the original idea was having like a dead body to practice on. So something. Oh, someone took the hand, right? From
Yes.
what's her name?
I believe Mordecai took the hand.
Okay. Can I claim that?
Sure.
I want to like use it to practice the blood stuff.
However, Mordecai will give it to you on in trade for favor later on. Is that okay?
I guess. I feel like I claimed it like to begin with, cutting it off, and then like it kind of got passed down the line. But just
wait,
continuing the story, I'm happy to do like a favor that actually might work out with the storyline anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, so get the hand from Mordecai before the break. Do her weird, demented blood testing things. And maybe like less ritual like the cult and more just like she wants to control people via their blood. She wants to be a bloodbender, low-key.
Nice.
And so I bet like her brother is like really busy with like a new acting gig that's super popular, so her parents are like obsessed with him and going to all of his like meet and greets or whatever the fuck, and she's just like off in the dark corner doing weird shit with a severed hand.
As one does.
As one does. As one does. Perfect. Devin, what has Tony been up to?
Tony has been training for the next student council assembly. And I guess having family bonding time.
Good.
And she sent that a letter to Cordelia to meet her at her dorm room, Tony's dorm room.
Okay, perfect. And then, how did you level up this last campaign or this last session?
Like literally?
No. Did you take another level in?
Oh, just
Bard.
Bard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've looked into multi-class, and it's a lot. I think I would get really confused really fast.
No, that's not a problem at all. You'll get there someday.
Someday.
Megan. You want to share?
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry, Megan.
No, you're okay.
Devin, real quick, I am curious. What is your Bard subclass?
How long for the mac and cheese is done?
It is College of Whispers.
Oh, that's good. That's like perfect.
Yeah. I'm planning on starting to use that a little bit more.
Sweet. Okay. Anyway, sorry, Megan. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So just the level up from last time. Yeah, she just spends a lot of her free time in the library. So she probably would have found a book like somewhere hidden. She's like digging through stuff. Like she's been doing research in between on different things, like some of the kingdoms and stuff that we've been going over, and like some of the backgrounds and whatever. So she probably found a book in like Thieves' Cant. And started to read it to like, learn some new things, realizing, that she's more proficient in Thieves' Cant now. And it just has, tips for like moving a little bit faster, like using adrenaline to like, just engage really quickly or, just be a little bit faster in the moment when she needs to. Get that level up of rogue. Get my cunning actions. And then as far as what I was doing during break, probably family time. I think I went to like the last Kinko's that's open in the city and like made flyers for Tony.
Hell
For
yeah.
her yeah. For her election campaign. And I probably like sent off like little letters in between as well, even though we had just seen each other, just like, thinking of you, like, hey, hope you're doing okay, Coco, or, yeah.
You're doing great.
Not concerned at all. Yeah.
It's like a
and
really
then-
like positive letter. Like it
Yeah.
seems like she's happy, but it's like written in blood.
Yeah, like, wow, you're just glowing red.
Thanks for checking in. It's so good to hear from you.
And then the letter to Cordelia that I wrote, just saying like, hey, it's really important. I've been meaning to talk to you for a while. Is there any way we can like meet at your room or mine or something?
That was a whole process.
Did you hear anything I said?
Yeah, I heard everything.
Okay.
I just.
Is the mac and cheese at least okay?
Mac and cheese is delightful.
That's perfect.
We were locking out the animals, and then as soon as I came out, they saw their opening.
Oh,
All right. Simon, are you in a position where you want to share, or do you want to give us a few more minutes?
yeah, I'm off the freeway now, so I can hear all of you better. So I'm gonna slight retcon as to what Mordecai was doing. I boosted my dex and my constitution, and so Mordecai over the break was doing a couple of things. He was practicing his dissections of small animals and or study of anatomy of creatures to find nerve endings and better ways to the things that make people and creatures tick. And so that and by that he got his dexterity was improved a little bit more. And he also in a sort of Wednesday Addams sort of scenario chained himself to the bottom of a pool and practiced his ability to wade off drowning, thereby improving his constitution under stress and whatnot. And on top of that, I think he was in his little hideout, continuing to fix it up and get it ready for the plans that he has going forward.
Wonderful. So, with that, we are going to start off with Raylo and Coco. You all have made your way back to campus. You are now all back in your dorm rooms, or where you are staying on campus. And yeah, you've made your way back, and it's like a couple of days before classes start. So you have some, stuff that you can do. You're not taking any classes just yet. But yeah, Raylo, what would you like to do with Coco?
First, real quick, Coco
Yes.
looks not slimy at all anymore. She's kind of giving like first year Coco, but think Bella when she got turned into a vampire. It's like that where she's like eyes are glowing red, hair jet black. So very like back to being really clean and pretty and like devilishly perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. Where's Coco at this moment?
She.
This is also. I mean, Raylo's wanted to talk to Coco for a while. This is also his way of kind kind of distracting himself before having a big conversation with Cordelia. But
Coco is exactly, and not necessarily knowingly that she, like, you need to talk to her, but like just kind of like the world is communicating with her, and she's like, I'm gonna go out for a walk, and it's gonna be like right where you happen to be.
is it on campus? Are we on campus or?
Yes.
Okay. And okay, so and you can see Raylo. Raylo went on a walk too, just kind of like talking to himself, almost building up confidence. You can tell there's a lot of, not shame is the right word, but like, what is it? It's almost like humility, or beaten down, or like wanting to redeem himself in a way or be better. I think humility, or it's almost close. It's almost a fine line between self-loathing and shame, I'd say, and wanting to be better, I'd say.
Perfect.
Can Coco see you and be like, oh, Raylo, it's lovely to see you. Oh, you look a little.
And I'm like,
you look a little pathetic right now. What's going on?
wow, Coco, that would, back in the day, insult me, but you're right. I have been feeling, I don't know what the word is, not myself lately, I guess. But you look really good. Did you do something with your hair again?
Oh, washed it with blood. Just kidding.
That's funny. I've been meaning to talk to you. You mind if I join you on your walk?
Sure. I can't control anyone via their blood. Yet.
Are you okay, Coco? Don't get me wrong. This whole dark version of yourself is kind of cool, in my opinion. Coming from someone who literally is born from a kingdom of shadows and darkness. I really appreciate it. But is it something you chose, or something that was, I don't know.
I don't think it's dark. I actually think I found some light.
That's a good attitude to have. Darkness and light aren't really separate, are they?
Yin and yang, you gotta have a little bit of both. And right now, I feel like I have some light.
Do you want to train again, like we did at the party in a couple times? I've been meaning to show you a couple moves.
Oh yes, I have been having such a relaxed break. I haven't learned anything. Nothing about blood.
I think it would do you some good.
I'm here to learn your moves.
All right, so Raylo will pull out his scimitar and show Coco the most graceful, basic training that his master taught him. And I'll say, this, ever since you picked up a scimitar, I've been wanting to show you. This is called, and I think, like with most weapons, like you'd say claymore, you got to use brute strength, heavier weapons. And with a rapier, it's based on fast movements and dexterity. Scimitar is a very unique weapon, because unlike, it is a lighter weapon, but if you've noticed, It's not the same as like a rapier or anything like that, because the weight is evenly balanced because of at the head of the scimitar, the bulky side makes it perfectly balanced. For most people, it makes it it makes it more sluggish. This is not a jabbing weapon. This is a weapon that you swing with, but if you aren't used to that kind of balance, it can throw you off balance. The way you use a scimitar is more like a dance. And the most effective way is called Mana'u, or the dance of the moon. Everything is circular. And it has to do with each phase of the moon. Each swing is a different phase of the moon. And then I'll walk her through, like, you know how a teacher does, like watching the stance and like fixing the posture and everything. And then showing her like visually, like with each phase of the moon is a different way to swing the scimitar. And you got to like imagine just a circle around you. That is the base of your moon. And then I'll say different things like waning gibbous, and that's, you know, a different swing. Perhaps it's tighter. It's tighter and like closer. And then I'll show her exactly what I learned from my master so that she has some mastery over the scimitar.
Coco, go ahead and give me a performance check for me.
You know I got that performance shit on lock.
Can Tony run up to them like while they're practicing this?
Yes.
I didn't even need my +6 in performance because I just got a nat 20.
On a nat 20, Coco, for the first time in your life, you actually are like, wow, Raylo knows what the fuck he's talking about. And
you got a nat 20?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is such an excellent teacher that you are going to gain mastery over the scimitar.
Oh, shit.
So that should be a +4. Yeah.
Oh, okay, keep going. Do you remember the conversation we had before when I wanted to do this?
No, I have no clue. You're going to have to remind me.
Okay. It sounded like you did because you said +4, but I hold up.
Coco, you, instead of getting mastery, you're going to get a +4 to your dexterity.
Oh.
So your dex modifier is going to go up to +4. What is it currently?
+0.
Oh, fantastic.
Tony is gonna run up while they're practicing, like out of breath, and not grab because she like doesn't want to touch people, but like just goes up to Coco kind of like frantic and be like, Coco, tell me please, did you make a deal with my sister?
Unless it was like you pretending to be your sister, because you said if we helped you win, we'd get a favor, but honestly, like...
Okay, good.
I was like, I don't need nothing from your sister.
She wanted me to... Let's just say she found out about the multiple murder plots that you were forming against her, mostly because, like, you told them to her. And let's just say she's impressed. and she wanted me to give you her card.
You impressed?
Yeah, she said to give her a call sometime.
Wow. Yeah, she was like really weird, and honestly, I was like, maybe it's just easy to get rid of her, but like, maybe I have some respect. And I like take the card. I was like, I'll hit her up.
And then Tony's gonna turn to Raylo and be like, she wanted me to give you something too.
No, you're good.
You know, with the presidential election coming up, I don't think catching a misdemeanor is really in my best interest. You know, maybe if it was a felony, but anyways.
Wait. Misdemeanor?
She settled on a veiled threat. If only I could remember what it was.
Wait. Hold up.
I'm sure it wasn't important.
She wanted to give me something, and if you gave it to me, it would be a felony?
No, just misdemeanor.
Can I at least know what it is?
She wanted to give you a threat, but she settled on a threat, but I ran over here. I kind of like should have written it down.
Didn't we save her life? Why is she threatening me?
Why does she do anything?
Yeah. I mean, can you tell her I'm deeply sorry for offending her?
I don't know if that's something you want to say to her.
Why?
I don't know. She's just kind of her own person. Anyways, nice seeing you two. I gotta go. Back to my dorm room for no reason. Goodbye.
Lovely to see you.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can add her to the list of people who want to threaten and or kill me.
I'm like looking at my card. I'm like, oh my god. How nice of her.
Well, Coco, I just want to say I don't judge you for the path you've chosen. I think it's kind of cool. And I just want you to know that I've never had really a family for a long time, and I consider all of you guys my family. So I just wanted to show you that to show my appreciation.
Well, thank you for being such a great teacher. Oh my gosh, I feel like I do like some crazy little dexterous sword swing in the shape of a
You are a fantastic student, too. But whatever you do, use these new powers for good. But if you do use it for evil, make sure you're very quiet.
Okay. With that, I'm going to interject really fast. I thought about it. Going from a +0 to a +4 is a lot.
That's why I was like, oh shit. We're like,
But
okay.
Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. You're going to get a mastery in using your scimitar. So anytime you use your scimitar, you will get a +4 to that. I will let you choose 2 dexterous skills, whether that's sleight of hand, whether that's acrobatics, whether that's I can't think of any other dexterous skills right now.
So in my mind, I was thinking I wanted to help you, Ian, because you wanted to use a dexterous weapon, and your ability score was only 10, and it's going to be very hard to hit things. So I was just trying to like find a way that, canon in game to help you hit things more.
I think it's a great idea. So we'll do a mastery in the scimitar, so you'll get a +4 to hit with that.
Okay.
And then I will let you choose 2 skills that have the dex stat block that you can get mastery in. So it'll give you a +4, but your dex score is not going to change. So if I say make a dexterity saving roll, you're not going to add the +4, you're going to add the +0. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you do an acrobatics check, though, and you take that in mastery form or whatever, then you'll get a +4. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll let you choose that. You don't have to tell me right now. We'll get there. But I think that's going to be a little bit more fair than just saying you get a +4 in Dex across the board. Because like, damn, that's pretty good. All right. With that, we're going to jump over. We're going to jump over to Cordelia.
Should do a recap of what she did over the break.
Oh, yes. Cordelia, can you give us a little bit of a recap of what you did over the break?
Honestly, what I did over the break was kind of, like I said before, hop between hotels. I never stayed in a place more than one night. I'm learning spells to protect myself. And then I spend the rest of my winter break doing, because 3 different people contacted me. So I would imagine I spend it meeting up with them. So I don't know, that's all I really thought of.
No, that's great. You are going to find yourself, you have come back to campus. Your father has actually also arrived on campus. He is ensuring that your final semester, there is no spells or no, funny business about your room. They've gone through and done a complete sweep of it. You are being sent actually 2 guards from your homeland, from your kingdom in particular, that's going to be assisting Chauncey in making sure that you are protected. And so there is a portal spell or whatever, because the guards are on shift duty, that is in Chauncey's room that the guards can come in and out of from your kingdom. You can also use this to go back to your kingdom whenever you would like as well. But we're going to find yourself asleep. And
Great.
You are having the same reoccurring dream that you always have. You are in your home garden. You are the age that you are now. And you see a very familiar face sitting on a very familiar bench. This man is dressed in, kind of a dark maroon suit. He's wearing a dark maroon tie, has white, silvery hair, and you recognize the face of your grandfather. Cordelia. Oh, so good to see you. Please come, sit down.
Yeah, of course. I'm just gonna sit next to him.
Cordelia, I've heard through the grapevine that there's some terrible things happening in the kingdom. Somebody's been harvesting your blood.
Yeah, I don't know why, but someone apparently needs more from me, so it's a little freaky. Not gonna lie, I tried not to think about it too much, but it's hard not to think about it every night when you fall asleep.
No, that is truly awful. Cordelia, have you been using any of the powers that I gave you?
I mean, like I used the fly spell once to help my friend score a goal in this tournament that we had. But other than that, I appreciated spells, don't get me wrong, but they didn't I haven't used them yet because also I don't use a lot of that type of magic. So no.
Cordelia, why are you so scared?
Because someone's stealing my blood. I don't know. I have no idea what's happening in my life, and this is all so frustrating, and everything's changing, and I don't know what's going on. And I'm tired of never being in control of my own life. It's very frustrating, and it's very scary not knowing what's happening.
Why aren't you in control?
What is there to be in control of? My future's not in my control. My body apparently is not in my control. I can't even control what classes I take because, I accidentally read someone's mind. And then all of a sudden I'm not allowed to be in the paper anymore. So I have no say in anything.
My beautiful, beautiful granddaughter. And he's going to take his arm and very comfortingly put it around you. You are more powerful than you can even realize. Let me show you. And he kind of waves his hand, and suddenly 2 individuals appear, 2 people. He goes, I want you to focus on them. I want you to reach out your hand and focus, concentrate. And I want you to make them do your will.
Okay. I do what he says. I reach out my hand and I think I concentrate really hard on. I tell them to kneel. I think is what I go with.
Give me a Constitution roll.
Constitution 13.
My child, concentrate.
I try again. This time I like close my eyes and really like focus and really concentrate, I guess.
Give me another Constitution.
Okay. 15.
You
I'm not
echo the
rolling.
world kneel. And suddenly the man gets down on one knee. And then he pulls out a ring. Excellent, child. Excellent. Cordelia, you are in control of your life. You get to dictate what your future is.
I know I do, but I can't not do it. Like, I know I technically have a choice, but what choice do I have?
You are putting up artificial barriers in your mind. Cordelia, there are truths that are echoed throughout. There are more things at foot than you realize. He puts his hand on your hand now, in a very loving, grandfatherly way. Cordelia, you need to learn what is going on and quit being a passive entity in this. Here, and he's going to take his hand and he's going to touch your forehead. And as you do, you feel this swelling of magic deep within you. And you are going to gain the spells that you can cast Dominate Person once per short rest, and the spell Mind Blank once per long rest.
I don't even know that second one. I'm going to look it up.
The other thing I'm going to say is anytime you cast a spell that your grandfather has given you, you are going to roll a d6 for me, and you're going to tell me what that number is. It has no effect on the spell. It has no effect on the situation. It is something that I am keeping track of. You do not know if the points are good if they're high or bad if they're high. You do not know if they are good if they're low or bad if they are low. You are just going to roll a d6 for me. Now, what I will say is I'm not trying to influence whether or not you cast the spell. This is just a mechanic for me, the DM. Got it? Okay.
Yeah, that I'm.
Just so you know, Mind Blank is an 8th level spell, and Dominate Person is a 5th level spell. Mind Blank is until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is immune to psychic damage. Any effect that would sense its emotions or read its thoughts, divination spells, and the charm condition. The spell even foils wish spells. Spells or affects a similar power used to affect the target's mind or gain information about the target.
That's crazy as fuck. I didn't even know the mind. I didn't even know anything about this spell. That's crazy.
Dominate person allows you to select one humanoid you can see within range, and they must succeed a wisdom saving throw or have the charm condition for the duration. The target has advantage on the save if your allies are fighting it. So you don't want to necessarily use this against an enemy unless you're trying to almost like command them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whenever the target takes damage, it repeats the save, ending the spell on its self on the success. You have a telepathic link with the charmed target while the two of you are on the same plane of existence. Once on your turn, you can use this link to issue commands to the target, and it does not require an action. So you can use your action, bonus action, and give a command. You can use commands such as attack the creature, move over there, fetch that object. The target does its best to obey on its turn. If it completes an order and doesn't receive further direction from you, it acts and moves as it likes, focusing on protecting itself. So this is kind of the way I'm going to flavor it. It's like you are giving them influence in their lives, but they are not necessarily, they don't feel like you are controlling them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. So dominate person is once per short rest. Mind blank is once per long rest.
Great.
Cordelia, use these powers. Find out the plots that are laid for you. My grandchild, you are of special prodigy. You have a divine task appointed to you. Don't be a passive agent.
Okay. I'll try. It's just I'll try.
He looks at you and says, I believe in you. You must believe in yourself. And with that, he raises his hand, and immediately you wake up.
Great.
With that, you hear a small knock on the door. Madam Cordelia, Miss Josie is here to see you.
Yeah, tell her to come right in.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? Oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm so excited.
Yeah. How you doing?
You know, I am here. There are guards. You know, but I've learned some spells. I've got like alarm and snare that I set every night when I go to bed, so just in case. So it helps.
Sounds super not traumatizing. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Good.
What's
How's
up?
Raylo? Have you talked to him at all?
No, not really recently.
Okay.
Why?
There's something I've been wanting to talk to you about for a while, and I haven't really had the chance to. Obviously, things keep happening between school and people trying to kill us, and Sharp
Getting
Beat.
kidnapped.
Yeah. I have my guitar case with me, and I'm gonna like set it down. I'm like, do you trust me? I know that's hard to ask for with everything going on. Good. Because I just need you.
Don't trust a lot of people, but I do think you are one of them.
I just need you to approach this with an open mind. Okay?
Oh, shit.
Well, wouldn't be the first time today.
Super not traumatizing.
I'm traumatized already.
I know. I'm gonna open my guitar case, and in it you're gonna see the plushie from the first day. You're gonna see like dried flowers from your engagement, like that are pressed in plastic. The postcards that you had sent, like coffee beans, a stein from the tavern, like some small books and trinkets and odds and ends that Josie just collects as she goes. And then in it you're gonna see a book that you recognize. It's the book from Raylo, the one that you guys read growing up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna put it on the desk. So I've been doing a little bit of research on what's been happening, and I've been talking to Raylo on and off sometimes. Do you remember the mirrors at the swamp a long time ago?
Yeah. And I remember he like kind of hung back a little bit at one point. He didn't tell me about it, but like I figured something was going on. But other than that, no. Like,
I think that he needs help. And I think that
that's very clear.
Okay, no, I know like that, but I think that he needs like our help in a way that I don't know that he can tell us. And I don't know if I should be saying this to you because he swore me to secrecy, but he also told, do you know what the Dark Law is? I don't know if it's, I didn't either. But he said it's something like he cannot tell the truth, but can make up a lie to cover it. And I'm just really, I guess
what?
in general, I guess, I don't really know. But every time he tries to talk to me about it, have you noticed his arm? And how every time he tells us certain things about maybe his family, it looks like he's in pain?
Yeah. Is that what that's about?
I don't know. I know so little, but maybe you can help me. Because I'm worried.
How am I supposed to help you? I don't know anything about him anymore.
Okay.
Like I feel for him, but I don't.
Okay. I think the research that I've been doing, there's some things that are connected to you. And I'm gonna create I think it's a silent image, and I'm gonna show you what I saw in the glass in the mirror that time. And it's more Beliana Shadow Kaiben in chains. And there's a guard that has your kingdom's crest on it. And it's in what looks to be Ty, can you help me describe what it looks like? I don't remember
The walls are very stone and damp. The only light in the cave is the cave from the torch. I mean, the light from the torch. It's so weird because I'm talking into that mic, not this mic. No, that's okay.
I mean, I can hear it.
No, it was working. It just was throwing me off, man. Okay. The light is from the torch that the guard is carrying, and you can see that it is like a royal army official uniform for your kingdom. Inside the cell is like a makeshift bed of like straw and blankets. And then in the other corner is like a bucket. And then he's handing her what looks like this gray sloppish food, and he throws it into the room.
I don't recognize this place, do I?
Give me a history check. It needs to be kind of high because I doubt you would study military stuff.
I got a 14. I can't remember what I have to history. It's probably not high. 16.
You've never seen any building like this before.
I have so many feelings in my head right now.
Again, I don't know what I should and shouldn't be telling you, but what I can tell you is this. I think he needs help, and I think he can't ask for it, and the secrets are just hurting. They're not helping. And if his mom is out there, I think we need to help him.
I can't believe she's alive and he didn't tell me.
I don't think he can. I don't even know how much he knows. You know, the last time I talked to him, I don't know if your fiance or the family is involved, but I'm worried. I know we've talked about your engagement, and I don't want to push you because I know you have a lot going on, you know. But, you know, he beat up Dumont, right?
No.
Raylo told me when I saw him last.
When?
I think
Why?
it has something to do with you, and I don't know. But I guess I'm just worried. You know, I've done a little bit of research, and I don't know how much of where she is, but I think I might know a little. So
What do you know?
There's a few places that she could be. I don't know. I'd have to look at a map. I need to do more research, but
I'll do whatever you need me to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that there's a lot going on with your family, but I've been meaning to talk to you anyways, because...
No, I needed to know she was alive. She was one of the only people who ever encouraged me growing up. I loved him almost as much, or loved her almost as much as he did. And knowing she's alive, we need to go find her.
Are you still mad at Raylo?
I don't know anymore, honestly. He is so back and forth with everything. I don't know where he is, and so it's hard to stay mad when I don't. Like, sometimes he, you know, tries to jump in front of an arrow for me, and then other times he is like trying to make out with a girl in front of me. And so I try to talk to him, and he doesn't seem like he wants to talk to me, and so I just don't know where we are with any of it, and it's frustrating. And
Cordelia, I don't think he can tell you. I don't think he can. And
he figured out a way to tell you.
He didn't, not really. Some of this I had to find out on my own, or I just happened to be there. So, all I'm saying is you can't. You're coming up on, what, just a few more months before you have to leave?
Yeah.
So, if you're gonna be mad at him, be mad at him, but, you know, you don't have a lot of time left.
I know I need to talk to him, but there's also so much that he doesn't know.
Cordelia, I say this with love, but I think that there's a lot of things that you don't either.
Yeah, but if he can't tell me, how am I going to find out? Yeah. No, I need to talk to him.
You hear in the back of your head, Cordelia, "You're stronger than you think."
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
One more thing. I know last time you were upset when I brought it up, but the wedding, are you still... Because it's not too late for us to help you.
It's so complicated. I do have a choice. I could not do it. My parents would not be happy, but they would let me. But if I do that, I am letting down my entire kingdom. We're in debt. If we don't go through with this, it's not going to survive. And my family has done everything for me my entire life. I can't not do this for them. They've given me everything. They've given me my powers up until like those few little spells I've done, everything else has come from them. I have to do this for them.
I just think with altruism that the ends don't always justify the means, and that it's okay if you're not happy. It just food for thought. That was it.
Yeah, I know. Apparently there's still a lot of things I need to learn, so who knows? Like, there's a little voice in the back of my head telling me this all the time. I don't know.
Your voices?
Is it bad if I say yes? Should I be
Considering we're at a magic school and we have things going on around us all the time that we can't explain, I don't think so.
Technically, we hear each other's voices in our heads all the time.
That's
We're
also
both
true. I say it in your head. Yeah. Cool. Great. You want a drink?
Yes.
You're gonna drink.
We should go get Tony.
Ain't no party like a Tony party.
Mordecai.
Because a Tony party don't stop.
Hey.
What would you like to do?
Not Google.
What's the weather tomorrow? Wake me up at 9 a.m.
What's the weather tomorrow like in Phoenix?
I hope it's in the 70s.
I think, did you say earlier that this will be a shopping episode, or is that moved on from that?
No, it can totally be a shopping episode.
Also, Tyson, you are muted.
Yeah, it can totally be a shopping episode.
Okay. I mean, if you want to wait for everyone to have that opportunity, I can, save that for now. But
I'm just trying to bounce it around because there's lots of people that want to talk to Cordelia, and I feel like we were like heavy.
Oh,
Thank you for breaking it up. I appreciate
Slight
that.
departure,
I was
and then
going
go
to
back
say
to
the
heavy.
same thing.
yeah,
Because
no worries.
the conversation between us is gonna take a lot of time. I can tell you that
I'm
now.
already so brain dead, so I need the breaks in between.
Okay, that's fine. So I think first thing I am perusing the student shop. I'm looking this time for a potion of sleep.
Ah, a potion of sleep. That's what you're after.
He's back. He's back, bitch.
Are you having trouble sleeping, or are you wanting somebody else to do a little night?
Well, I keep having these dreams that keep me up and they give me nightmares. So I think a good night's sleep before my next final, something like that, would really help out.
Have you tried melatonin?
I need something. I'm looking to my side. I'm gonna need something a little bit more potent than that.
Ah, I see. Well, potions of sleep are gonna run you 25 gold.
Oh, that seems more than reasonable, and I think I've got 25 gold in my pocket. Yeah, I got it. I'll pay him for that.
Here's one potion of sleep for one use of the sleep spell.
Wonderful. I think on top of this, I think I'm going to make my way back to the dorms. I think I want to check on things. I haven't been there in a while, at least tentatively. So that
You
Captain
head
Gabe doesn't have to-
back to the dorms, and you see that posted outside of Cordelia's wing is a guard with the same drab in uniform that Cordelia's Kingdom's army uses. And these guards are very much like the guards at the, tomb of the whatever soldier. I can't remember what it is. Yeah. Or like the guards that are outside of Buckingham Palace. Like, they don't talk. They don't give any
Honor guards.
reaction. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna pay them no mind. I'm not too concerned about them right now.
You do see Janesh is like trying to make funny faces at him and like trying to get him to react like dumb tourists do. But
This is a good opportunity because I wanted to talk to Janesh. I'm gonna come up to him and put my arm around him.
oh,
Janesh, you really shouldn't mess with the honor guards. They can be quite fierce if you upset them. Besides, these guys, I don't think they're gonna pay us any mind so long as we don't bother Cordelia.
fuck, are you gonna kill me?
No, why would I do that, Janesh? I like you. What the hell, man? I thought we were friends.
I don't know why, but that makes me feel more nervous.
Janesh, It's okay, man. I've got no problem with you. You have no reason to be afraid of me, all right? Listen,
Okay.
I know that things kind of got off to a weird stretch at the party. And to be honest, I've been looking to make up with you and Rampart, as well as the two little freshmen who found their way into my room. I've just so happened to have a bag of really, really nice smoke from the hells. This takes your soul away smooth, kind of nice. And I was wondering if you guys wanted to go have a camp out at this little spot I've picked out and catch up and become better friends. If you'd be willing to reach out to the two freshmen, and Rampart for me, I can show you where we'd meet, and I think it'd be a really good bonding exercise.
I'll let you choose whether it's persuasion or intimidation.
Oh, it's 100% going to be persuasion. My dice. Where are steals? Oh, that was a nat 20.
Oh, I love camping out in the bush, going out there. I'll totally invite them. You want the freshmen to come, though?
Yeah, that's fine. You know, I feel like I was a little bit too harsh on them, and I would like to make up. You know, and I think it'd be a good camaraderie moment. Maybe one day they can join Theta Kappa. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, but you know, I think it'd be good to become friends. We can have a little barbecue and a smoke session out of it.
Janesh is going to put his hand on you and goes, "You're a good man, Morkai. You're a good man."
I know. And you're a good friend. And I'm going to take out a map, and I'm going to point out to the location of my hideout. And, you know, give them a later date for this.
Fantastic. Yeah, he's going to go off, and whatever date you choose and whatever it is on a nat 20, they're all going to come to your party, to your little camp.
And then, I guess before we switch over, can I just double check my room? I don't make sure that what's-his-face hasn't been in there.
Yes, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Where the hell are my steel dice? Oh well. Sorry, I'm having a fixation moment. Fixating on a freaking thing that's not important.
I would
ADHD,
too.
That's a nat one. Yeah.
You look in your room and nothing looks like it's been rearranged. Your glyph is still there. Your hookah is still there. You do notice that there is a box on there, and it is I can't remember if it was brass or stainless steel was your preference for mouthpiece, but whatever it was that was broken, somebody has gifted you a replacement box, and it is an apology from Rampart, basically saying like, "I fucked up, man."
It's all good. It's in the past. I'm willing to put it behind us. All right, that works for me.
Fantastic. Theo and Chris, welcome.
What's going on, dude?
Chris, sorry to jump in for you, but could you give us a brief recap of what your character did over break?
Theo went back to Varkin Bluff, visited the museums, and spent time with his mom. In the museums, he learned about the runes of the giants that are in the area.
Fantastic. Theo, you are back on campus. It's a couple of days before classes start again, that kind of in-between period between the end of the break semester and coming into a new semester. What would Theo like to do for these couple of days that he has on campus?
I don't know. Maybe something at the Strixhaven Star. See if anybody's writing anything.
And you see 3 people. You see Grayson at his editorial desk looking over something. You see Mina is busy typing away. And you see that where Cordelia's desk used to be in the Star, somebody new has taken a position there.
Ooh. Did they let Cordelia clear her own desk out, or did no way to help her did that? Never mind.
Yes, yeah. Actually, Grayson was very disappointed. He has made it known to you and the rest of the crew that Cordelia was a great asset, a great investigative journalist and writer, and that, you know, losing her was a real travesty to the paper. But, you know, people have to move on, and, you know, the star must also go on. So,
Can I see the desk of the new person? See who it does it say who it is, or
yes, give me 1 second. I gotta pull up the names. All right. It reads Nora Ann Wu.
Grayson? Who's Nora Wu?
Ah, it's good to see you back, Theo. You're looking gruff as ever. Miss Wu is going to be joining us. She is the new advice columnist for our paper. Mina has been promoted to head investigative journalist.
Oh, nosy.
That's one way of putting it. We prefer trying to, you know, report on the truth. But yes, Miss Wu is actually, I was hoping that you could walk her through her first week here. Help her get acquainted with the paper. You know, I know that you've only been here a semester. But she's great, greatly enthusiastic. It's the way that I would phrase it. If you could find some time.
I think we can work something out.
Wonderful.
I only have to be at the gym twice a day these days, so it's fine.
Good. I'm also going to be assigning you a new task, Theo. I would love for you to be helping us do a get to know the faculty. So in addition to you reporting on Mage Tower and the Mage Ball tournament, I would love for you to start interviewing some of the admin and deans and, you know, writing a little, you know, oh, you know, meet Dean, you know, Sharpbeak, and, you know, do a little bio of, like, you know, them, their life, do a little mini interview.
An expose on the secret lizard society that's running the faculty.
He kind of peeks up and looks at you for the first time. What?
Wait, hold on. I just remembered something. Not that.
Lizards?
You know, like kobolds. Or not kobolds, very specifically. It's a thing.
And there's a society.
We'll do your thing. We'll do the puff piece.
Okay, wonderful. If you do find any secret kobold societies, please let us know. I'm sure Mina would love to write an investigative piece on that.
Theo's eyes are just gonna narrow slightly. Like, sure, okay.
Perfect.
Do you have a first person you want me to talk to? Is it Sharpbeak?
Can be. Any of the deans of the colleges that you would like to start with, we'd like to interview. Eventually, we may be able to convince one of the founding dragons for an interview piece, but I feel like we need to kind of work ourselves up to that. So yeah, if you'd like to start with Sharpbeak,
you always start with an underling.
You know, I think they prefer the term kobold. I don't think they like to be called lizards. I would definitely, I don't know what they call it where you're from, in bloof, but definitely would not use that phrase. What the wise?
This is a gross generalization, but there's more kinds of lizard folk. There's a bunch of them. There's not just kobolds.
Sure, but I don't think calling kobolds lizards is what they like to be referred to as.
Okay.
What southern charms you have, Mr. Theo. What southern charms you have. And with that...
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to say, or Dave? I don't want to shut you down.
Kobolds are now technically dragons in the newest edition.
That's where I was going with it. No, I was just going to say Theo's going to pick up a dust-caked notepad because he has not done anything for the paper. And, like, leave with it.
Fantastic. All right. Up next. Cordelia, you receive a letter and a note. Tony, what does this note and letter say again?
It's a ransom note style letter that says, if you value your safety, meet me in my dorm room. There's no time or when. It's just meet me here.
Great. I head over to Tony's dorm room, just at some point. I don't even specify myself. I just kind of like, sure, I'll go right now.
Are you still with Josie?
Yeah, I think it's after this conversation. We're gonna go. I'm gonna bring Josie with me. We're gonna go talk. They're like, you know what? Why not?
I'm gonna swipe a bottle of booze on my way out from your bar cart or fancy things.
Oh, I absolutely have a bar cart for sure. Yeah. It's one of those globes that like opens up.
Tony, you hear a knock at the door.
Tony's gonna open the door just like a little crack and then say, "Were you followed?"
I mean, like, people were watching us, but I doubt they followed us.
Quickly get inside.
I don't think anybody's ever been to your dorm room, Tony. Can you give me a description of what they see?
Okay, so I have a little bit of like a role play to go along with this, but it's surprisingly like really nice. Like it's very normal. Like there's like a bed that is folded and like, made for the day. Like there's bookshelves covering the walls, and there are cameras everywhere. Just like everywhere. And so like when you guys are inside the dorm, Tony's kind of like look around like a little bit like, so Cordelia, you find a new place to bunk yet?
No, they just kind of improved my old place. So no nightmares there.
Yeah. You two come with me? And then Tony's gonna like direct you to this like corner of the room. And there's like tape on the ground. And it's like a box. And she's like, if you two would just step in the box, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony's gonna step in the box too, and she's gonna kind of like still be on edge a little bit, but she's gonna be like, as you can see, my room is under constant surveillance, and this is the only spot in the room that the cameras don't see.
We could have met somewhere else,
No, this is the safest place.
Do you need help with the cameras?
No.
There's no cameras in my room.
No, that's why
There's
I
a portal,
brought
but
you
there's
here.
no cameras.
Okay.
There's no cameras, but there's no cameras.
Okay.
I wanted to introduce you to someone, and Tony's gonna take a snake out of her pocket. And you know how like when people have like a little like it's like a corn snake or something and it kind of
Yeah.
like goes around the fingers, like it's gonna be doing that like the whole time. She's holding the snake and she's gonna say, "This is Sophia or Sophie. She was named
Hi,
after a crazy aunt of mine that was sent off to an institution allegedly. I don't really know much about her, but I'm sure she's okay. Sophie, is a horn-nosed viper who was unfortunately born without her fangs. To some, this would deem
Stop
her
it.
useless. That is definitely what my family thought.
Never.
So I took her before they could,
Cordelia's crying.
and I found a use for her. She's really good at hiding, and she's an excellent listener." And then Tony's gonna like put her back in her pocket. "Do you feel safe in your room, Cordelia?"
I don't really feel safe anywhere, if we're being honest.
I
So,
understand. I know this isn't necessarily the safest place, but if you need somewhere to stay, there's cameras and recording devices going 24/7, so if anybody tries to take your blood, we will know who it is.
I feel like I want to pass, but I feel like also, because of what you just said, I should agree to do it.
Excellent.
I will
excellent.
think about it. How about that? We'll land on that.
Okay, I'll get another bed ready. So yeah, I guess that's it. And then Tony's gonna kind of like gesture to like leave the box.
Oh, wait, before we leave the box, are you doing okay after all that stuff with your family?
That's just family stuff. No need to worry about that. It's normal.
I mean, all I worry about is family stuff, but
You want to talk about your sister or anything? What happened? She okay? Nope. Okay. Nope.
I mean,
Just has been down this way before.
the last I heard, she was honeymooning at the Vatican. But you know,
It's a
Sure.
very distinct choice. Yeah.
I'll
I
add
don't know
it.
why she would.
Okay, sure, yeah, that sounds like a really romantic vacation.
Oh, her
Each their
husband
own.
didn't go.
Oh.
Solo honeymoon.
I'm gonna take the bottle of alcohol that Josie took from and just start drinking it and then pass it.
Your phones go off. The Pope is dead.
That's what I was implying.
I forgot about that. Oh. You're like, well,
Whatever the Catholic religion is in this world, he's dead.
It's a high cleric of some order.
well,
Was there anything else before we leave the box?
no.
Anything you want to share?
No. Oh, wait. Yeah. I have to pretend to be friends with Xander.
Why?
Long story. No time.
Okay.
Do you need me to swallow him again?
And then before we leave, I want to take Tony outside real quick. And Josie too, obviously. But be like, oh my god, I learned something new. Come with me. I'll walk outside and I want to cast the ritual spell Skywrite, and put vote for Tony in the sky, and it lasts for a day. Ta-da!
I think it was a good pitch for Cordelia. I don't know, Tony, if you want to take it in the new school motto, "I don't feel safe here." Would be very good, very catchy. 'Cause I don't know about you, but I sure don't.
Oh my god, that is so good.
I don't feel safe here. I can fit it. I can do up to 10 words.
Perfect.
Vote for Tony. I don't feel safe here.
I'll go modify the flyers.
Instilling fear is definitely a great way to win a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
With that, Cordelia, you make your way back to your room. And as you pass by, you see Raylo poke his head out.
We're sure we want to do this right now? This might take a while.
I'm down.
I'm okay
Is
with
everyone
it.
else down? Everyone else down?
I think everybody wants the juicy deets.
Simon said, I'm down.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm on West Coast this time, so it is
Oh,
not
look at that.
2
You're
in
at
the
a
morning
reasonable
for me.
time. Yeah.
And my flight's not till 2. I'm set.
My room is. I wanted to do video, but my room is a mess. So hold up. And I can't change the background. It won't let me.
Really?
Yeah.
Is
there's
it
no
because you don't have
option.
your camera turned on?
You should be able to, if you go to the settings, you should be able to do it there in voice and video without having to turn the camera on first.
We were trying to get it to work. I was trying to coach him through that.
Yeah, I was trying to get it set up before this happened. That's not giving me that option. I saw what you sent me, but it's not there.
So if I do it, if I go to, let's see if I share my screen.
Let me see if I turn on video.
I think you hit the wrong button.
Oh, it's because I don't have Tailspire open. I can share my screen this way though.
Oh.
Okay, can you see my screen?
I think his camera's on. He just has it covered at the moment.
Nope, no option.
There we go. Yeah, if I'm under voice and video on the side here, mine goes to voice immediately. And then I have to go click on the video tab up here.
I did.
And then I select the camera. And then video background is like right underneath it. But yours isn't showing that?
App setting. Voice and video. Go to video.
Yep.
One camera. Just to have the option.
Doesn't have video background as an option? Sad. Well, whatever you would like to do, good sir.
Apparently he wanted to leave. Apparently bags of cash fell out of an armored car in Chicago, and people got away with like $300,000. I love that so much.
Who lost the money? That's what I want to know. Like what business, and then what armored company am I never using again?
That's what I'm trying to find out now.
I'm sorry, how often are you using armored carrier companies?
How often am I using armored carrier companies?
Once a day.
My car wash business is very lucrative.
All right, Cordelia. Danny, I'm down to do it right now. The conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Do it. Everyone else is cool. It's kind of late.
Let's do it.
All right.
This is what we've been building up towards.
Does Cordelia actually accept the invitation to meet up at the place that no one else knows about?
Oh yeah, that was the stipulations.
Yeah. So I get back to my room and I kind of think about it and think about everything that everyone told me today. And I go to the portal and I go back through and I go to my kingdom. And I go meet him at the what was it again?
30 miles northeast. No, north west of Shadow of my manor. About 30 miles away.
Yeah. And so I go and I meet you there.
You see Rayla in casual attire. Because he did walk. He walked the entire way. So it's like a hiking attire. Still very nicely dressed. But he's wearing pants actually. And you see him there. Not only do you see him, but he is in... You see bottles of booze everywhere. He's been drinking for a couple hours until you got there. He's still coherent. Cordelia, there was, in my mind, calculations, there was like 50-50 chance I thought you would actually come.
Is that why you had a solo party?
More, me, Cordelia, I don't really like to drink that much, that often, especially at lunch.
Yeah, okay.
To drink a lot. But I had to numb myself.
Okay.
Let me.
What?
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Don't you love this place?
I did once.
You don't anymore?
It's hard to love something when thinking about it just hurts you, you know?
I did hurt. You hate me?
No. I think I thought I did for a while. I hated what you did, but I didn't hate you.
I would fully deserve it for what I did.
Yeah. I'm not going to disagree with you.
You remember all what I did.
Yeah. I remember everything, Raylo. You broke my heart. Are you kidding? Of course I remember.
sorry.
You were supposed to be the one person who actually believed in me and thought I was more than just all of the stuff that my family has made me to be, and then you turn around and tell me that I was. And then that you couldn't be with me anymore because of that. How was I supposed to react to that?
No, you don't trust me. What if I said that everything that day I said, it was a lie? I don't believe that. Do you think the same way words, I can do fucking calculations in my head, but I can't make words come out right. My mind, I have never, ever thought of you differently. Things I said to you, I had no choice. I thought it would be easier if you hated me. I know that's stupid cliche, but it's the truth. I admire you. Now you talk.
I don't know how I'm supposed to react to this. I understand, like, I know you can't talk about certain things. I talked to Josie. Of course she told me. Like, we're girls, we talk about things.
What did she tell you?
That it's something to do with whatever's happening with your arm. You have to lie.
I told her not to
I don't.
say anything to you, but you know what? Glad she did.
Well, maybe you were lying when you said you didn't want her to say anything. Because apparently that's what you do. How long? You can't tell me. How long has this been going on? Was this before or after? Like, does it have to do with your mom? Like, I have so many questions and I know you can't answer them, and I don't know how to move past this.
You know why I've been drinking?
Why? I assumed it's because you were trying to ease the confrontation.
No, not that. I wish you would unleash hell upon me, honestly, like you should.
Good.
Give me a moment to gather my thoughts. I sent you a message, Tyson. I want to try something. I can't tell you anything. But maybe I can show you. Raylo puts his hand up. Hold on, not yet. Raylo will take off, or, halfway take off his shirt through the headpiece and show Cordelia the full phrasing course of the curse that has been. It's not necrotic, but at the same time, it has that kind of same energy. It's not rotting, but it's almost like a shadow across his arm, and now it's all the way across like his pectorals. There's veins of it going into his neck. And you can sense this. It's not necrotic. It's not. It's something. It's a magic like you probably haven't felt ever. And that's the most confusing part. Everything between John has to do with that. Keeps engulfing me. I say certain things. That's why I have been extremely vague with you since the moment I broke your heart. I can't tell you, Cordelia. And then you see there is a ring on that hand. The ring I took earlier in the campaign, the ring of Mind Shield. I'm gonna take it off. Perhaps I can't tell you the reason I got drunk, because I don't know if this will work. Maybe I could show you.
I hesitate.
Give you full permission, Cordelia, to look into my mind. They thought it was erased, these memories, but I, clever enough, see it deep into my subconscious. I'll show you if I can. I don't know if this will work. It might possibly kill me. But the Dark Law says I cannot say these things. It never said I couldn't show you.
Do love a loophole.
You reach deep into his mind, and suddenly you see the world almost like a third-party observer, and you see yourself in the throne room of Raylo and Zato's kingdom. You see Zato sitting at the throne. You see Raylo enter. Dear cousin, thank you for receiving my summons.
Oh, am I playing the part?
I figured you wrote a script, so let's do it.
Oh, I did write a script. Shit.
So excited.
I didn't think about this. Hold up, but I will. Hold up. This is crazy. This has been, by the way, I wrote this. When did I write this, Tyson?
February 23rd of 2025.
I did.
No, it had to have been older than that.
No. It was way older than that.
This is just when you put it in notes, I think is what it is.
Literally.
Yeah, this was this was probably like over a year and a half ago.
Of course, dear cousin. And I'll speak in Elvish. Of course, dear cousin. I'm never at your service.
Oh, you little cousin. Is that so?
Of course. Why would I not?
Zato's gonna rise, and he's gonna turn around and look out at the kingdom through a stained glass mirror, or a window. Your mother was meant to be queen, was she not? She was next in line, meaning you were supposed to be the prince. Am I correct?
Mother's disappearance was most unsettling, but no. I don't care about the crown, being king. I would be unfit for it, my lord. I'm happy that it was bestowed to you, the rightful ruler.
You are a clever one. I can feel your smirk behind all this humble theater. That's okay. We'll work this out and become closer. I will show you that I am the true heir. I think it's time to re-educate you. I do this because you are my blood, and I love you, dear cousin. Suddenly, the room changes and everything swirls. And we see Raylo naked, strapped to a chair. Lashes beating. Blood. Wake up, Raylo Morbius. It's time. Your re-education begins now.
What's going on? Where am I? What are you doing, Zeta? Release me. I have done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this?
No, and he's gonna reach over and grab your chin. You haven't, not yet. But I have one question. Where is your mother?
You know I don't know. He disappeared years ago.
Wrong. Zato motions, and several cloaked figures with red masks touch Raylo and begin to shock him, and Raylo screams in pain.
I don't know. I swear I don't know.
She's dead, right? That's true, isn't it?
I don't know. How can I know?
Wrong. And as he says that, another shock goes through. Where is the queen?
The queen is dead. All hail the king.
Correct. You have accepted the truth, finally. Remember, Raylo. Law number 1. The queen is dead. All hail the king. That will be all for your lesson. The image begins to swirl again. This time we see Raylo further on in his torture. He sits head down from exhaustion, too weak to even murmur. Zato stands in front back facing Raylo. Zato begins to whip himself ritualistically. Scars indicate that this is a daily ritual, a practice that was common in the old ways of the Shattergai tradition. Your mother was a traitor, and now she is dead, Raylo. Gone forever. But the bitch was clever. Very clever.
She's dead. Long live the king.
Yes. Any claim and arrangement she has made are now null and void. Cordelia's quite beautiful, isn't she?
What?
Ray looks up terrified. She was arranged to you under false pretenses that you have any claim to the throne, correct?
No. Oh no, you can't mean this.
Thorns begin to grow out of the chair. Raylo sits in, barely breaking the skin on nearly all the surface area that touches the chair. Raylo clenches in agony. You know why she was chosen, of course, don't you? Her bloodline is worth more than any kingdom put together. Ever indeed. She's a bride fit only for a king, and so much more. That potential is wasted on you, don't you think?
Please, I'm begging you. She is mine. She is the only thing I want. Believe, I promise you, you'll never see us again.
The spikes and thorns grow deeper into his body. Dear cousin, I do not wish for you to leave. This is your home. You are a part of the greatest heritage the realms have ever seen. I want what's best for you. I want you to serve your house and kingdom with piety. Besides, it would take great offense if my blood didn't come to the wedding ceremony. You see Raylo's face. Every ounce of fear dissipates into pure anger and hatred and murderous intent. And then, delirious laughter. What was that?
I'll kill you.
Immediately, the thorns grow as they pierce through his body. I forgive you, cousin. It's a good thing I love my family. Even if you could, I'm sure you don't mean that. Or perhaps you do. No matter. Phantos, bring him back. We'll begin again tomorrow. Remember, Raylo, the second law. You have no claim here. With that, the image re-swirls again. And you see Raylo now healed with many scars and trauma all over his body. You see Zato is pacing back and forth. Pain is the greatest teacher, Raylo. With it, I can see a man's past and future. With it, I can see my own. More clearly than any divination magic. When I look into your eyes, I saw your treacherous mother. I saw you attempt to strike me down with your wretched right hand. I know you think you are chosen by the Mother of Ravens. Your mother has filled your head with lies. I cannot blame you for that. And as he does that, he takes his hand and caresses Raylo's face. Your goddess is nothing but a symbol to keep the sheep in line. She's abandoned us, has no power here for centuries. But your intent will not go unpunished. Because I love you, I will give you one last lesson. Zato removes an amulet, opens it up, and presses the spikes onto Raylo's right hand, speaking an old forgotten incantation. The pain is immense, but quiets into a numbness as a shadow-like aura begins to encompass the majority of Raylo's right hand. You may never speak of the origin of the Dark Law. You may only create a grand tale of its origin. And you may never speak of your re-education to anyone lest the Dark Law consume you entirely. Not to mention, I'd hate for something to happen to sweet Cordelia if you became reckless. And with that, the images fade, and suddenly, you are back into the modern and present time.
You see Raylo sobbing, destroyed, not ever wanting to see that image again. He had to. Every time you press forward with your detect thoughts, he felt it like he was there. I'm sorry. Cordelia, I'm so sorry. I wasn't strong enough then. And that's why I've been trying to be strong enough now. And I know you don't need protection, but I love you.
Cordelia, I reach out. I very lightly put my hand on his face. None of this is your fault. You have to know that. I know you can't talk about it. I don't want to hurt you anymore. You didn't do anything to deserve this. I need you to know that. And I know you're not going to believe me.
I believe everything you knows. Even the painful parts.
That's true. I've never been a liar. God, so much information today all at once. I know you can't do it. So I will. I'm gonna find your mom. Josie and I are gonna do it. I don't know where I don't know how I feel about everything. I know now it's not your fault, but I have years of all of these other feelings and things that I've gone through, and I need to. God, and I have to figure out what to do with.
I don't care. Really, I don't care what you choose. Raylo composes himself. I want you to be who you want to be. If you don't want to be for this kingdom, if you want to do what you want to do, I'm with that. My heart is goes on. But at the same time, it fights over revenge, and I will kill him. And as I say that, you see the curse start to spread even more, almost across one pectoral to the other, into the neck. And then I will grant you the freedom you deserve to do what you want. But no, you're like my mother. You are powerful. I've never meant to make you feel so closed off. Like you had to obey this order, this family. I was stupid. You think that was the right way to go about it. My feelings for you, though, never, ever changed. I'm not telling you or asking you to make a decision. I just want to tell you the truth for once in my fucking life. You are.
I will, I leave my hand on his face just as a comfort. But I don't, for the first time, I think Cordelia does not have the words in this situation. So I just kind of stay silent.
I would just say, I've not said it before, but I truly sorry. Truly sorry.
I believe you. I do. I just have to figure some things out.
That's it.
And with that is, I think, where we're going to end tonight, unless somebody else wants to do anything else.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Heavy.
Crazy.
I
thing
have to
I
watch
wrote
this like 6 times.
in the beginning. This was it. This is everything.
Yeah.
Almost teared up, actually.
It was
It
good.
felt real. It felt real.
Acting.
I love
All
it.
right.
I love it so much. I miss it. Sorry, guys, if we took up a lot of time. I took up a lot of time.
Long time coming.
This is the meat,
God.
meat and potatoes right here.
It's here.
With that is where we're going to end tonight. So we will meet again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Love you guys. Thank you for
Sounds good.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Oh, man.